Hey there YouTube, this is Sean from Team Vanguard and I'm bringing you my Spike Brother deck profile. It's a perfect defenseless build, so there is no shields in it. I'll just get right into it. This is Mecha Trainer. He's a corner copy. When you ride over it, you pull him to the rear guard circle, and then you can counterblast one, put him to the graveyard and add any one of your grade 1s to your hand. He's really good. Plus he's a 5k boost to anything he's bind. So he's pretty good. I like him. Right. 4 Wonder Boy. Wonder Boy is the 8k beater of the deck and prime booster. He pushes your guys to 18, 19, 20 and 21 in his deck. He's just amazing. He can beat down and he can give boost for your bigger beaters. What is the secret of his power? We shall never know. Next on the list is the Reckless Express. Reckless Express is a 7k booster, and he is also the grade 1 Juggernaut maximum of the deck, meaning that you could Soul Blast for a 5k boost and then he returns to the deck, which makes him 12, boosted by Wonder Boy's 20, so he pushes for 19 or 20. And is a 7k booster himself. He's pretty damn good for that. Makes him a good guy in my book. Medical Manager. Medical Manager is a 7k booster. When you place him on the table, you may soul charge 1. This is really good for the deck because your soul requires exact amounts for your big push. You need exactly 2 soul for your big push with Demonic Lord, Dudley Emperor and things like Bracky and Juggernaut. This allows your things like Brackies, Juggernauts and Reckless Expresses to get an additional attacks in for pressuring the opponent and hitting more damage. So it's an extra 4 soul, which is an extra 4 attacks with that get to go back to the deck. So it's an extra 4 extra 5k boosts. Pretty good. And the other two, Dan and Daisy. Daisy's a niche card in this deck. Nice utility. You can call her out from in the battle phase with things like Dan and Demonic Lord. You can counterblast one and she gains 5k for the turn when you do. It's a good effect, like it's gotten me out of jams. And Dan is if in case I have to ride Juggernaut maximum for the Vanguard. Lets me use up my counterblast and call things as opposed to hoping and pray that I grade check beaters for next turn and hoping I survive. For the grade 2s of the deck, so these 4 Treasure Black Panther. He's the 10k beater of the deck. He does nothing apart from beat down. He's a bit static for the deck because all the guys are really about returning to the deck and stuff and then calling out more. He's a bit static and stays still, but as opposed to some of the other grade 2s like Devil Summoner and stuff who are a bit meh, this guy's pretty damn good. And ideally he's the perfect Vanguard. You ride him, you've got a 10k Vanguard your turn 2 or turn 3 of the game. It's pretty good. So yeah. And for High Speed Bracky, he is the grade 2 Juggernaut of the deck. You Soul Blast 1, he gains 5k, which puts him to 14, boosted by any of the boosters puts him to 21 or 22k, which is good numbers to be hitting, numbers you want to be hitting to cause damage. Again, with Medical Manager, that helps fuel these guys. So 4 is a must because you need to see them early. He's not the greatest ride, but like it helps you move on with the game. You're going to have to do it. It's pretty good. I like him. And for the last of the grade 2s, 3 Field Driller. Field Driller is a 7k grade 2. You have to have 4 or more rear guards for his effect to become active, and that is if he hits a Vanguard, you draw a card. Almost every clan has one of these, I'm pretty sure. I know Novas do at least. He's bad in there because you could kind of play conservative with this deck. You're kind of all about the push for damage, so you want a full field like your turn 2, if not definitely by turn 3. And what he does is, if he hits, you draw a card. So if he's your Vanguard, it's a bit of a double-edged sword, because like you're easily pushed at 7k, but if you can get the damage through, you go Field Driller, boosted by Wonder Boy, attack. Say they drop a 5k shield, they really don't think you'll get anything. You get critical trigger. They take 2 damage, wasted a card from their hand, and you draw 1. You hit draw trigger, they take 1 damage, you draw 2 cards. The draw trigger itself, and then the one for Field Driller. That's pretty good, and that kind of makes him worth it. So 3 Field Driller. I am going to go back to perfect defences in the deck. It's a great deck with or without them in my opinion, but I prefer them in. So I'll be cutting one of these guys with the Dan and Daisy. For grade 3s, 4 Juggernaut Maximum. He is the Juggernaut Maximum, funnily enough, of the deck. He's grade 3, 11,000, and you can counterblast. No, not counterblast, soul blast, sorry. Soul blast 1, gains 5k, and then he runs back to the deck. If he's the Vanguard, he can't do that, sadly. He's not the greatest rider in the world as Vanguard, but he gets you your twin drive, so you kind of have to do it at times. Defensively as the Vanguard, he's better at 11k, so that means a 10k block puts you at 21. So anything pushing for about 19-20, you can just 10k shield and he survives it, which is pretty nice. He's the guy you call out from Emperor, because you're going to be using him for your big pushes for game. So 4 is a must. And then, last but not least, Demonic Lord Dudley Emperor. He is the limit breaker of the clan, Spike Brothers. He gains an extra 3k when he's boosted by Spike Brother. Limit break 4, counterblast 2. You soul charge 2 cards from the hand into the soul, and then you can call out any 2 Spike Brothers from your deck. Which typically, funnily enough, is Juggernaut Maximum or High Speed Bracket, just for big pushes. It's usually the game push. Like with this guy, you can attack 5 times in one turn, because you go like, for example, Bracket, Juggernaut, this guy. Bracket boosted by, say, Medical Manager, Soul Blast 1, put it back to deck. Juggernaut Maximum, attack, Soul Blast 1, put it back to deck. This guy attack, Counter Blast 2, Soul Charge 2 from the hand, call out Juggernaut, do your drive checks, say you get, I don't know, crit trigger, they maybe take the 2 damage, if not, you pass it around your Juggernauts, hit, Soul Blast, hit boost, Soul Blast, and they need a good whack at shield to at least get around all that. So, yeah, for him, he's pretty damn good. For the trigger lineup, it's 4 heal, of course, 4 draw. The only thing I don't like with my draw trigger is the artwork. He looks too high, in my estimation. Like, they could have made him more fierce looking. He's maybe like a lynx panther kind of thing. They could have made him a bit more fierce looking. The 4 crit Sonic Breaker, and then the 4 crit Silence Joker. I don't play the stand trigger because it doesn't really retain trigger value per se in this deck. Like, if you attack with the Emperor, you're attacking by himself. You can stand boosters and stuff, yeah, that's maybe like kinda cool, but you'd rather just draw cards to see the Emperor quicker. So, in case you don't have him in hand, and that's why I just play the draw over it. But yeah, that's my build. I'm going to go back to playing 3 perfect defences. I really think the deck could benefit from that. More in my opinion. So yeah, comment, rate, subscribe, stay tuned. We should be having hopefully a gold paladin deck profile. If we can get the stuff in for our teammate Darren, hopefully a Takazai deck profile. I'll be putting a Pale Moon one up soon. We'll also be getting some games, and to not neglect the first part of the channel name, we will be doing a roundup of what we were playing this format mostly, and the deck lists, because September 1st is approaching us. So we'll maybe do our goodbye March 2012 deck profiles and get these up on here. Anyway, YouTube, as I said earlier, please comment, rate, subscribe, and we'll catch you later. Peace out.